So we're really doing back-to-back unboxings here, and today we have a very special unboxing. Boom! GamerVerse Cyclops SH Figuarts, Bandai Namco. Here we go. Picked it up from Toy Arena. That's what he looks like. That's my boy. Okay. Okay, we're gonna set the box right there. And here is the instructions plus the background. Do we need instructions really though? That's what it looks like. That's what 110 bucks gets you. Bam. It's definitely got a different blue. I like this blue. Made in China. How does he smell? Smells like money well spent. Alright. The blue is really good. There he is. Let's go ahead and remove these plastics from him. There's that. This actually moves around. This little, I don't know if you guys can see that, but his belt actually can move around. So that's always a cool touch. There's that, and there he is. It's got some, oh wait, that's just residue. Thought it was like some paint defects, which he does have a few. You can't always expect perfection out of these mass-produced figures. Ooh, look, we have a little string, like a little plastic string here. Might have to use my nifty nails and just kind of file that down there, but whatever. He is Scott Summers Cyclops, so there he is. I'm going to set him off to the side and we're going to go right into the accessories. So he's got a little cool visor. What is this? Visor laser smoke, so that he can look all cool. Let's, ooh, don't want to break it, not yet. But I remember the Mafex Cyclops, and oh yeah, that's how you remove his eyepiece. Dude, those eyepieces were like, I was ready to spend another 100 bucks because I thought I was gonna break them. But this looks good. He looks good. You know, he looks good. Looks good right there with that. Put that there. So these are kind of, I think you can remove them. You should be able to. Okay, yeah, here we go. So, but they do come out of the box just screaming at you. So you can really imagine this definitely for display. And then here's the other one. This is probably a really nice, like this is just a really nice one. And again, really easily removed. So apparently he has like different necks for different blast. Okay. So there's that, and then he's got his hands. Right. This is the I'm gonna grab the hell out of you hands, or like, oh no. What are these? These are the firing, you know, he has like, here, let's go ahead and switch it out real quick. Ooh, just want to make sure. Okay, so they are ball joints. So this one's kind of the typical, like, boom, I'm gonna fire a laser, there it goes, type of deal. His yellow is kind of like a yellowish, it's almost like an orange. And I'm not complaining. Okay, I am not complaining. And then here are his yo-yo what's up yo-yo what's up hands. And here we have the yo-yo what's up hands. You know, I point to you, bang bang. And then this is the salute. Okay. What kind of poses can you do? Well, the box will show you what he can do. He can scream at you. He can get you the heroic hero pose. He can get you the optic blast. And then he can look all, you know, all marvelly right here. And I do have Cyclops right here, the Mafex model. So we're going to do a quick comparison on the blue. So here is my boy. I wonder if you can switch. They are similar, but no, you cannot put the eyes on there. But you see how I had him kind of posing. He, you know, I could actually take that out for now. Let's see what he looks like. So there he is. Cyclops. So as you can see, this is more like banana yellow, right? It's kind of like yellow. And then this is more like orangey, you know? So which one looks better? He looks sculpted. This guy's a dick boy. About the same height, but obviously from all the other reviews that you guys have probably already seen, he is on the shorter side, but still probably taller than Logan. We'll see. I hope Figure Arts release a Wolverine, and if they do, that's a cop. That's a 100% cop. But here we go. Let's do like a side-by-side, right? So he's a little lanky. He's a little, you know, bulky. Each of their blue is very nicely done. This is more of a metallic, so it definitely like brings out a lot of his, you know, his muscles and the definition here and there and the back, you know. And I'm not sure if other people have mentioned it, but his belt a little bit, obviously not to the extent of him. And you know, he's got a regular old bum, whereas over here he double cheeked up over here. Okay, he is double cheeked up. Okay, like, yo, pause. And I feel he feels more solid, okay, to be honest. Like, the center of gravity on this guy is pretty good. And I want to say, without, you know, handling this guy as much as I have already handled this, Mafex has still probably got the leg up on articulation. Okay, so he can flex, you know, right angle and just a little bit. So he's really just kind of pretty straightforward. Maybe you can push it a little bit. His shoulder blades kind of go out, kind of flare out. But this guy, you know, he's a little bit more, right? A little bit more. and his hands just went down, man down, man down. So that's why I feel like, as well, that, ooh, Jesus Christ, am I gonna break this? Please don't break it. Please don't break it. Okay, let's not be so harsh. I was trying to push the hell out of these arms, but as you can see, like, it can really kind of hands touch. Here, they do. Okay, I want to have almost the same orientation, but you know, they do. Maybe, you know, this guy, you know, he's just a little bit more swollen in the chest area. But also, I think it's just that range right there. Look, he can go all the way back, pretty much, you know, kind of like that. I think he could do the same, but not as much, right? Can you guys tell? His GamerVerse here is, you know, kind of locked right there, you know. So his back and his front, or yeah, his back and, you know, I guess his chest is just a little bit more swole. But his legs feel a lot sturdier. Like, he's like, if I were to compare, this guy's like a tree trunk, this guy's like a twig. Okay, that's what that feels like. Now, obviously, you know, articulation, I think I'm always gonna say, you know, you're gonna go with Mafex, or you have some, you know, Yamaguchi versions of the character. Those are usually, you know, very exaggerated characters, and that's why they have also very exaggerated articulation. But, you know, if we're literally gonna go with, you know, articulation, Yamaguchi's got everyone beat. One thing that I did notice was, you know, his leg is kind of like, I don't know, like it's a little bowed inward, like an inverted X. Whereas he's a little bit more straight. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but you know, it's all in the details. So he's kind of like, it goes here and then outward. So like here, here. Whereas this guy is just kind of straight. But if you were to ask me which one to get, it really depends on the price. Now, Mafex has definitely been around a lot longer, meaning probably a lot more fakes as well, but there are a lot more re-releases of these figures. I think mine was a re-release, to be honest. I will say the hands also, you know, the way that they kind of switch, these are a little bit more probably not as much prone to like breakage, because they just, you know, they're just a peg, and you just kind of, you know, put it in, take it out, and you're done. Here, on the other hand, it is a ball joint, so you might snap that ball joint, right? Depending on how you're pulling, right? So just something to probably think about. Ooh, man, another piece of sticker I didn't even see. But that's also something to think about when getting these, because, you know, once this goes out, you're probably out of luck, dude. You could probably super glue it back, but it's never going to be the same. You know, so it is a satisfying click. I will give you that. Okay, I'm gonna quick. Jesus Christ, this hair just fell off. God damn, it's got a hairpiece. This guy, he's got a full head of, like, his lettuce is secured. His lettuce is not. I'm just trying to see how hard it is. Oh, okay. The head is actually really easy to remove. Snaps in, snaps out, pretty simple. Just want to try one of these. So he looks kind of weird. Then there he is. Yeah, he's screaming at you. Ah. Okay. Alright, taking him out. Gonna put this back here. Get his original visor on. Ooh. That one's a little hard to get on. Hope it's not as hard as to get off. But there he is. Okay. It's kind of weird, like the little piece. You know, he's got a hairpiece. So, dude, I bet you can 3D print some cool looking hairs. You know, that might be something that people have already done and going to be selling them. But what are these? His traps? Yeah, so his traps definitely make him look, you know, just a much, like, pause, but thicker dude. Like this guy, he's lanky, you know. Does that mean that I don't like them? No, they're just different. In my, I guess my version, his abs just kind of stay in place a little weird. It's always kind of off a little bit, but that's neither here or there. So, you know, I typically like to style him, you know, pressing his, you know, his visor. He's shooting something out. And then I guess this goes this way. Right in. Right in like so. Okay. And it's kind of like, hey, boom. Optic blast, you know. Alright. Putting him back. And yeah, so all in all, am I really happy with this? Yes. Oh, his mouth is a little crooked. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of slanted this way, like that. Is that how it's supposed to be? I don't know. Nobody's perfect, Scott, right? Nobody's perfect, Scott. Real quick, how do I rate this? Give it a rating, Sam. 7 out of 10. Or what are we talking here? Okay, well, definitely not going to be 7 out of 10. I don't know where I was going with that, but definitely not 7 out of 10. Give me a second here while I formulate my thoughts. Okay. And I guess while I am still formulating my thoughts on this figure, let's go ahead and open this. I'm going to be very careful with this because it is cardboard. And also one of the reasons why I did not want to have this shipped, you just never know how, you know, whatever carrier you have and how they handle your package, right? You might get somebody good, you might get somebody bad. I didn't want to take that chance, you know. You know, I am fortunate where I have a local, you know, toy store, essentially. That's what they are. local toy store that, you know, I can kind of go to and just buy these, right? So here is the instructions, like so many minutes of recording. Choose and attach, okay? And there is the box here. There he is. So, optic blast. Kind of like that. Okay. So if you can imagine something like this, and he's just kind of boom. Okay. How you like my sound? 8.9, a 9, or 9.1, easily. You know, he's great. He feels solid. You know, the weight of this character is just amazing. The details, I mean, obviously no figure is going to be perfect. This guy has little toe curls. The blue, the kind of orangey yellow works, you know, kind of differentiates between, you know, Mafex a little bit, so that's always a good thing. And the overall look and feel of it, yeah, you know, easy 9, I think. 8.9, 9, 9.1. Gonna go with 9. Yeah, he's a 9, dude. This guy's a 9. Now I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna be putting this, okay? But it's definitely going on my desk. It's not gonna leave anytime soon. Alright guys, see you on the next one. Just went and I did some research. So this is definitely a defect. Look at that. His chin is not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be very square, based off of a defect. So if you guys can see that, so his, you know, I don't have that quintessential moment from him. I will make contact with Bandai, and because this has nothing to do with Toy Arena, they have, you know, they're just kind of like a reseller, right? But I will definitely reach out to Bandai and be like, hey, you know, my figure's face is crooked. It is definitely crooked. And I want that square jaw Cyclops. You know, I mean, is it the end of the world? No. Does it, you know, still do the thing it does? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I will say though, now that I'm, you know, playing around with it more, touching it a little bit more, the what is it, the visor, where it breaks off, yes, I get it, but I feel like it should touch a little bit more. You know, like, this seems like a pretty big gap to me for this one. This is a defective one, and then this one, you know, actually this one fits a lot closer. Is it? Or is that just me? Yeah. The defective one definitely does not fit as good. You know, I just have an eye for these things. But, you know, is it the end of the world? No. But it is definitely something that, you know, hey, this is why we review, right? We kind of bring up known or potential issues that could also happen to you. So, you know, and again, you would think that the QC on these things are pretty good, but hey, you know, stuff happens. We don't live in a perfect world. Okay? So again, his mouth is crooked, and his visor does not fit as flush. You know, can you force it in? Yeah. But should I have to? That's the question. And it almost seems like it wants to come out. It doesn't want to really stick in, as you can see. Right? Here, when you put it on, like, you have that extra sliding mechanism, or that feel that, I don't know, just something that is tactile about it. I will be reaching out to Bandai and see what they do about it. Maybe they send me a new one, maybe they don't. If they don't, life moves on. Life moves on. Jesus Christ. And that's what I'm talking about, putting these hands up. It's just, you know, you always have that potential issue there. Alright guys, now see you later.